Hello y'all, welcome to my channel. It's Mario here with another haul video. So today's video is gonna be the first big haul of 2026. So in today's haul, we're gonna be unboxing some figures that I have from AmiAmi, as well as one that I picked up from MFC. So these figures basically are from the months of August all the way to December. Since they did suspend EMS back in like July of last year, a lot of these figures were put on hold for the time being until I came up with the money to pay them, because they did give us an extension all the way to December 31st. So I didn't pay it till basically mid-December. So it's an aggregate of multiple months. So yeah, that happened. So just an FYI for some of you guys that haven't been placing orders, I guess, in a while, ECMS, very damn slow. I paid my order like middle of December. I didn't get the figures till today, and it's like, what, almost close to the, well, we're barely in the first week of February, but like over a month and 3 weeks, I want to say. So just an FYI, if you're doing ECMS, I don't know if it had to do also with the holidays and all the things going on, but yeah, just I wanted to give you guys some caution, just so you know, because it's very expensive and very slow, all things considered, compared to EMS. But enough of the talk. So yeah, like I said, I will be unboxing probably like 5 figures. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right to it and let's unbox them. Okay, so today I'm gonna do something a little bit different than the normal. Usually my videos tend to be quite long, and they tend to be like 40 minutes long whenever I do like long, extensive hauls. So today I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. Trying to keep the videos to like 20 minutes, like that they're a little bit easier to watch, if you will. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. So I'm just basically gonna unbox the figures, show them to y'all, then very quickly do like a, what's it called, modify the speed on the unboxing, and then show them the end result to y'all, and of course B-roll. So yeah, let's open this AmiAmi box. But before that, this is the size of the box. It's big, but not too big. Honestly, I've ordered boxes way bigger than this before, and a lot cheaper in shipping. I did pay 25,000 yen for this box shipped. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've seen one of these AmiAmi cards. Honestly, it has been a minute. Last time I got an order from AmiAmi was probably like in July, because I last did a video was from Good Smile, actually, directly, Good Smile Global. So yeah, it's been a long time. All right, as per usual, a lot of packaging paper. More. Holy crap, I swear, they did charge me 25,000 yen shipping, and it's so annoying that honestly, like 25% of this box is pure packing paper. Okay, so first, let's get started with the anime that was contender of the year, I want to say last year, and that would be Frieren. This one is by Good Smile, if I remember correctly. This is the one, yeah, Good Smile Company, 1/7 scale. So I was very excited about this one. I do like Frieren a lot, actually. I am keeping up with the newest episodes. Actually, tomorrow is Frieren Friday, so I gotta watch the newest one tomorrow. So yeah, let's open this one up and see how she turned out. Okay, so here we have her and her blister packaging. The box, not too big in my opinion. I think it was fairly sized of a box. Like I said, kind of small in my opinion, which is great. So yeah, if you are thinking of picking her up, she's been released for a while now, so I think she was actually released back in August or September. So if you guys want to pick her up, just so you know the size of the box for shipping purposes, of course. Okay guys, so I did actually have to go and get my little precision cutters, just because it did have those what's it called, little wire tie thingies on the back, just so you guys know. Okay guys, so here are the things. It's only 4 little components. One of them is the little briefcase. You guys can kind of see it there. Then her what's it called, wand, scepter, what's it called, incantation wand, I don't know, I don't remember the name honestly. And the base, this is the thing that kind of stands out a lot, which is definitely one of the reasons as to why I got this figure. I do like big bases in general, so it kind of worked out great for me, actually. So just Frieren goes in, and then the briefcase goes on the pegs, And oh, okay, so easy enough. She was pretty easy to actually assemble. It's just removing this part of the scepter and putting the bolt through it. But yeah, overall, pretty nice figure of Frieren. There was another one, I can't remember what was the company that was selling another one. I didn't go with that one. I will add B-roll of that one, just so you guys know which one I'm talking about. I chose this one instead, just because I think this one looks a little bit, I want to say more petite, which Frieren is a very petite character. So it overall fit my preferences mostly. I think it resembles Frieren a little bit more than the other one. The other one, the body shape was like a little bit odd, to me at least. I think this one is the perfect depiction of Frieren. And overall, I'm very happy with this figure. I really like it a lot, actually. I've seen already pictures from other people that have received her, and she looks pretty nice. So yeah, overall, I think the hair color is pretty spot on. I think it looks great. Frieren's face looks pretty good, very serious. The cloak looks very nice. I like what they did with kind of like the white cream color, and then the gold on the edges looks pretty nice and shiny and reflective. Very nice gold color that they chose. And then the boots, very, very simple. At the end of the day, Frieren looks pretty spot on. But the main thing of this, what's it called, figure, I think it's the base. The base is phenomenal. I really like what they did with the ground here. It really looks like an antique rock, if you will, with a little bit of the grass. The grass could be a little bit better, but all things considered, I think it's pretty nicely done. I've seen other figures kind of mess it up royally, like they've messed up so bad, like F next. And Good Smile did a good job, I think. So yeah, like I said, it's a very simple figure of Frieren, but I think it looks great. Like I said, I really like the depiction that Good Smile did of her right here. Really like how her hair looks like it's being like, what's it called, moved by the wind, if you will. So overall, I think the dynamics on the figure are great, and Good Smile execution is phenomenal. And I don't think this one was such a pricey figure. Like I said, the box is very well sized, the price is very good, and the figure is great. So overall, phenomenal buy. If you can get her anywhere, I do recommend you guys pick her up. I think she is the perfect Frieren figure in my opinion at the moment, and I've seen some other ones already out there. So yeah, if you can, do pick this one up. I highly recommend it. So on to the next one. Okay guys, let's continue with the next one. So next up, let's see. Okay, we can do this one. Very small box. This is Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. And I think this one was a 1/7 scale by Animester. This one is an actual very budget friendly figure of Lucy. I think this thing was like under 8,000 yen, I want to say maybe. I'll let the price down below for you guys to get an exact number, how much I paid for her. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this one turned out. Okay, so here we have Lucy and then her little base. Very, very simple, small base. And in she goes. Very, very easy to assemble her. It's a very, very simple figure in my opinion. I think it is a very good rendition to Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I really wish they make David so I could have him alongside her. But overall, I think she turned out great, especially for the price, I will say. So there is another figure coming out of Lucy, and this is by Papa Parade Large. And that one, she's wearing, I think, what's it called, David's jacket. And she's kind of taking it off a little. That one looks actually very, very good. That's, I think, going to be released in February, if I'm correct. I can't remember correctly. But yeah, that one looks very good. I did add it to my order, but I'm uncertain whether I'm going to keep it in the order or just probably settle with this one, because I think it's very good. I just really like what they did with the whole David coat jacket on that one. It looks pretty nice, you know, a little bit of a kind of reference to David on that one over there. But yeah, overall, this one, I think it looks very good. I think the hair is pretty nicely done. You can see like different strands of hair, nothing too crazy. I wish they could have done better, I guess, with the color separations. It looks pretty obvious, like when it goes from pink, blue, green, and yellow and red, like the difference in colors. They could have like tried to do a little bit easier blending instead of like straight out just a straight line and the color differences. But overall, not too bad. Like I said, this is a very budget figure, so I'm not expecting too much. The face looks very, very good, like I said, especially considering the price. Skin tone looks good. Body proportions look pretty good. She looks very, like, she has very, very long legs. Like, very, very long. Honestly, too long. But yeah, overall, I think she looks pretty good. The sculpture is very well done, and I like the matte colors on the outfit, which I always like, because sometimes those glossy outfits make it look a little kind of cheap, if you will. But then again, I guess Cyberpunk Edgerunners does use very shiny outfits sometimes. But yeah, overall, great figure of Lucy. Like I said, very budget friendly, and it's Animester, so I already know they do a great job for the most part, and they certainly did so here. So if you're looking for a budget figure of Lucy, this is the one to consider. Or like I said, check out the Pop-Up Parade Large that I'm talking about. That one I think releases, like I said, this month already. And that one looks great in my opinion. Like I said, I'm still not sure what to do. I could always just sell this one and get the other one, the Pop-Up Parade Large, because it was announced like after I had already ordered this and I didn't cancel it. So there's that. Or I might just keep this one and not get the other one. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I still can't decide. I might just pick up that other one and have them both, and then basically decide which one I'm gonna keep after the fact. So yeah, good figure. Okay, so now let's do something a little bit different, because I know what the last two figures are, and they're of a similar character. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you already know which character it's gonna be. I always buy figures of her, but I do have two, and they look pretty good. So, but first, let's do something a little bit different from another anime. This figure I did get from MFC, and it's a Megahouse figure. It's a portrait of pirates, maximum. Well, no, not maximum, is it? It's Evolutionary History. I think that's the new lineup. This is from Egghead, One Piece, of course. So, let's see. I should have really checked this figure way before, because I got it in an MFC, and I didn't really check to make sure that everything was perfect. I should have done so, but okay, so here we have a figure of Nami from One Piece, and this is the Portrait of Pirates Evolutionary History. I think that's the lineup, and this is with the Egghead outfit. So I am recently collecting a little bit more figures of whatchamacallit, of One Piece, and that's because I recently got into the One Piece TCG game, the card game, as a collector, but I do plan to play the game eventually. So recently I've been picking up more figures of One Piece, just because, you know, kind of displaying the figure alongside the card it corresponds to, if you will. So yeah, let's check this one out very quickly. Okay, so here we have the base, very simple. It just says Nami and EH Evolutionary History, and a yellow checkerboard pattern, very simple. And then here we have Nami. Damn, the legs look long as hell on this one. Wow, okay, little film there. Damn, those are some big ass boots. Y'all can kind of see her there. The beautiful Nami Swan, as what's it called, as Sanji calls her. So yeah, damn, those are big ass boots, I swear. Let's see, how does she go? Okay, easy enough. There's just two pegs on the big ass boot. Honestly, that's the biggest damn boot I've ever seen, honestly. So there, you can see her. Okay, a little bit better there. Well, she's intended to be posed like this, so this is how I'm gonna display her to y'all. She's showing a little rear end there. But yeah, she is beautiful, beautiful Nami. Interesting. This is Megahouse, so I already know that the quality is always going to be good when it comes to One Piece figures, and they definitely did not disappoint. They could have done a little bit better on the hair, but all things considered, I think it looks still pretty good. And yeah, lovely rendition to Nami from One Piece. Now, one of the reasons as to why I got this one, I already knew I wanted it. I actually pre-ordered it a long time ago, but I ended up canceling it. But yeah, one of the reasons why I ended up picking it up after the fact was because I actually, like I said, I got into the TCG game, and I just recently got the card that corresponds to it. Now, I don't know if the glare does any justice, and y'all can kind of see the card there. I hope you guys can. If not, I'll probably add some B-roll in there if you can see it clearly. But yeah, it's basically Nami in almost that exact same pose. So yeah, I picked this one up, and I figured I should get the figure corresponding to said card. So that's how I'm gonna display it on my display shelf, probably with a little backdrop behind it. And yeah, so overall, I think this one is a phenomenal figure. Like I said, Megahouse always does a very good job with the One Piece figures, and they definitely did not disappoint with this one. So another one to the One Piece collection, and there's gonna be a lot more coming. Like I said, since I am now into the TCG, I most likely am gonna be collecting a lot more One Piece figures. So yeah, do you guys let me know in the comments down below if you guys would be interested by any chance in seeing some unboxing videos of basically the cards, doing basically ripping some packs and doing that. I have been doing that on another channel I do have, in which I focus mostly on One Piece TCG and other gacha related stuff. So if you're interested in that, do comment down below, and I will add the name of the channel for you guys to check out if you feel like watching some of that content. But yeah, so let's continue with more of the figures, and yeah, let's see what we got next. All right, so last we do have two figures, and like I said, two figures, and they're basically of the same character. You already know who it is if you're familiar with my content. So okay, yeah, two. I was like, I thought there were more in there for some reason, but no. Let's see. Start with this one. The box is a little bit bigger. Let me rip all this plastic. Okay, so yeah, it's a figure of Marin Kitagawa from my Dress Up Darling. Yeah, so you probably can't tell too well which one it is, just because probably the glare is horrendous right now. So I'm just gonna unbox her and show her to y'all, so like that you guys can see her clearly. Okay guys, so here we do have Marin Kitagawa in her swimsuit. It's from that scene on episode 2, one of the most notorious episodes of my Dress Up Darling. And yeah, here is like the base, which is kind of like a little fluff, which I like. I already have the altar figure with her cosplaying as Liz, and it also has some felt. And then here we have kind of her outfit, her clothes that she took out, and the little measuring tape that Gojo uses. And then let's see, I think here we have her fancy little purse, very neat purse, and the additional faceplate. And I will actually be using this faceplate, and you'll see the why. It's mostly just preference. So let's see. Okay, so nice. So in the base itself, even though it's felt, it does kind of feel like there's like some texture underneath for you to sit her in. And then, I wonder how the back goes. I wonder if it's kind of like this, and then maybe like this, maybe. So kind of, there we go. You guys can kind of see her there. Like I said, as always, there will be B-roll. So yeah, this one actually looks quite big in my opinion. I think it is a 1/7 scale, but she feels quite massive. Like, if I'm being honest, damn. Yeah, she feels pretty big, all right. I'm not sure, but it might be a 1/6 scale. If it is 1/6, I will add it down in the description below. So yeah, so one of the things I was mentioning is that I'm gonna change the face. You see that face right there? I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit lewd. And by that, obviously the figure is a little bit lewd, but in that scene, I don't think she makes that face. I think she makes more of a, like, I don't want to say a seductive face, but more of like, what's it called? More like of a teasing face to Gojo. And this one looks like a little bit more of a seducing, almost moaning face, which I personally do not like. I mean, some people might like it. I just don't personally. So most likely I'm just gonna change it, because this face, I don't know, like I said, they're making Kitagawa a little bit more like lewd naughty that she really is. Of course she is a little bit teasing, but at the end of the day we know that she's a sweet girl and whatever. So I like this one a little bit more, and then I'll show you guys how she looks. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, I love that smile. That's the Kitagawa smile right here. There we go. You guys can kind of see her there a little bit better. If the focus is pretty bad, I will add B-roll, of course, more B-roll. But yeah, I think I prefer this face a lot more than the other one. Like I said, the other one looks just a little bit too, what's it called? Seductive, if you will, lewd. I don't know, whatever words you guys want to use. But yeah, on this one, she looks a little bit more happy, teasing, you know, having a good time, enjoying like her hobby with Gojo, and I prefer that, honestly. But overall, I think the quality of the work is phenomenal. Spiritale did a great job. I have a couple of Spiritale figures, and they always do a great job. I think this one definitely is a very, very good one too. And overall, very, very happy. Though the legs look a little bit, I don't know, a little bit odd, I will say. It's just looking at it in person, it just looks a little bit off, and maybe they could have done a little bit better with the skin tone. Like comparing it to at least my Nami, the skin tone of Nami looks a little bit better for sure. Then that's what Megahouse did. So yeah, I don't know. This one feels like a little bit more pale, if you wanna say that, and there could be a little bit better shading involved, a little bit of like a darker tan shading in her skin tone. But I think overall, great quality of the figure. Now, I will say, I think this figure was like 25,000 yen, expensive for sure. So, I don't know. Aside from the base, which was phenomenal, and she really is like a little bit bigger than normal, so it stands out a little bit in the collection. I'm not sure if I would recommend her for that price. I think 21 maybe. From 19 to 21, I think I would say it's a very fair one, but at 25, I'm not too sure, especially how competitive the market is right now for figures. But yeah, overall, still a great figure. Definitely, I will keep this one in the collection because I do like it a lot. And yeah, I guess the other one of what's it called, by Good Smile, I want to say, or Aniplex, the one where she's in the futon, she's like over there. That one also is a very solid rendition of Kitagawa in a swimsuit. So now technically I have two. I might have more. I don't even remember at this point. Oh no, I have two more with the swimwear and the night pool version. Anyways, I have so many I lost count at this point how many Marin Kitagawa figures I have. But yeah, another one to the collection, and a very good one at that. Now I'm gonna put this to the side. And last but not least, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna keep this video at 20 freaking minutes, honestly. But whatever, I'll do what I can. We have another one. Damn, this one is a very small box. It's Marin Kitagawa 1/7 scale, and it's Babydoll version. And this one is by Aniplex, I wanna say. Aniplex? Yes, by Aniplex, right here. So yeah, let's check this one out. Okay, so next up we got this other one. Let me get her on her base, which again, they use kind of felt for this base. Let me just remove the plastic. Yeah, I can see kind of felt there. I don't know if the light does any justice. You'll see it probably on B-roll. And then her peg is on the back, which is interesting, very interesting. But I mean, I know they kind of have to because it's like at an angle. So it's kind of weird for her to not have a peg. Interesting. It's just, do I just press? It feels a little like it's not all the way in there, but I guess that's good enough as long as she doesn't fall. Okay, whatever. So there we have her. Marin Kitagawa Babydoll version by Aniplex, and it's a 1/7 scale. Very, very nice. It's a nice figure of Marin. This is a little bit of a different take on her because I don't think she ever wears this any time during the entire anime or manga that I can remember. I don't remember in the manga, but I'm almost certain that she never wore anything like this, revealing and seductive. Well, revealing, yes. The Veronica cosplay was super revealing with just the white straps and her tan skin. But yeah, as seductive, I want to say, I don't think so. I think this is probably, this is straight out lingerie. Like seductive lingerie with the straps and everything on the thighs. So yeah, this one is definitely a based figure. It's definitely for cultured people, but overall, very, very good figure. I think Aniplex did a great job. They always deliver, in my opinion, when it comes to Marin Kitagawa figures, and I feel as they should. Aniplex is part producer right on the show, if I remember correctly. I remember seeing the logo in Aniplex every time I see my dress up. So yeah, overall, great figure. Pricey, I think. I can't remember, but I think it was also in the 20-something thousand range. So yeah, another pricey Marin Kitagawa figure. There's been a few too many pricey figures. And I do have another figure coming in this month, and that's in the Shizuku Kuroe cosplay. So yeah, there's that one again, looking forward to. And there's probably some other ones that I have ordered as per usual. So yeah, so one thing I want to show, that thing is not, I swear, let me show y'all. This thing is not 1/7, it's definitely 1/6. Just look how massive the size difference is. Y'all can kind of see there. I hope you can. This is, I think, 1.7. This is 1.7. This is 1.6. Yeah, because this thing is freaking massive. I like that it's big though, and I think now it makes a little bit more sense as to why the price is 25,000 yen. I want to say 25, maybe 27. So yeah, overall big figure. I like it, but I think the quality maybe of the Babydoll version might be a little bit better, and that's just Aniplex. Spiritale did a good job. It's just, I don't know. I think I prefer maybe what's it called, Aniplex's. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know in the comments which one do you prefer of the two. I'm curious to see why, which one you prefer and the why. Please do let me know that too, just because I'm curious honestly, and I do have a lot of my Dress Up Darling figures. If you like my Dress Up Darling figures and content like that, do check out one of my videos. I did an entire kind of totality of all my collection of my Dress Up Darling, just because I love that show a lot. So there we have the 2 Marin figures. Then we have the gorgeous Nami Swan, Lucy, and Frieren. I don't think she's fitting in the frame. Maybe not. Okay. Well, maybe. I hope so. So yeah, these were my figures for this month. I do have some more coming in what's it called, next month, if I remember correctly. I think I do have only 2 for sure, potentially 3 or 4 more. We'll see how the finances look, just because, like I said, I'm getting into the One Piece TCG, and that shit's expensive as hell. If you guys know, you know, it's freaking expensive. Actually, like last month I pulled a manga rare card, and that thing, I sold it for $1,200. So yeah, it's a very, very incredibly pricey, but yet a high rewarding game. And I love the collection aspect of it. Everybody's treating it like an investment, but for me, it's more like of a trading thing and collecting what I like. So basically, I just buy in English, sell them, and buy Japanese for my personal collection, because I rather just keep a nice card that's worth $100 than keep a very expensive card that's worth $1,000. Just because I personally don't care for that stuff. As long as the card is the same, it's all good what language it's on. But anyways, yeah, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Do click subscribe. Like I said, I will have more content coming up. Like I said, February does have a figure of Boa Hancock. So if you like One Piece, I have that one coming up from Megahouse, I want to say. Then I also have the Shizuku Kuroi figure by Good Smile. And maybe some more from AmiAmi. We'll see how, like I said, the finances look. Just because, like I said, One Piece TCG is taking a lot of my income. Unfortunately, my expendable income. But yeah, with that, I'll wrap up this video. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank y'all.